Howdy,
and welcome to our very first video blog.
With so many articles with false data about the beef industry, we wanted to show the positive side of the beef industry through our True Beef Talk.
I know, Allie, growing up in an ag background, I always felt like I had to defend the integrity of the beef industry.
I know, but today we're going to show you the positive side of the beef industry.
We're going to clear up some misconceptions people have about our industry and then give you some interesting facts.
And after that, we'll meet you back in the kitchen and show you a good beef recipe.
With so many healthy lifestyle websites out there saying that there are no benefits of eating beef, it's hard for the consumer to believe that there are any nutritious benefits that come from having beef in their diet.
This is true, Corie, and especially because that could be farther from the truth. Beef is a great source of protein and great nutritious benefits for a healthy lifestyle.
So can you go into a little bit more detail about what kinds of nutrients consumers can get from having beef in their diet?
I don't know where to start. There's so many. I know it's a great source of protein along with thiamine, niacin, vitamin B12, iron, potassium, zinc. All those create a great, healthy, packed-in source for our healthy lifestyle.
Aren't thiamine and niacin part of the vitamin B family?
Yes, they are. Thiamine and niacin are both part of the vitamin B family, and they convert food to fuel for our healthy lifestyle.
Can you tell us anything else that consumers benefit from eating beef?
Yes, actually beef helps in developing countries increase longevity as well as decrease morbidity and mortality, but along with that it's a great quality protein source.
So Allie, did you make any New Year's resolutions this year?
I did. I'm actually going to start working out more and eat better and build up some more muscle.
Hey, did you know that our muscles have evolved to thrive on red meat?
No, I didn't. That's awesome.
Yeah, through millions of years of evolutions, our bodies have evolved to thrive on animal protein, which helps, when you incorporate beef into your everyday diet.
So many consumers worry about antibiotic residue and the way we treat our cattle.
So is there anything that the industry does to kind of alleviate these fears that the consumer has about residues and the humane treatment of animals?
It's definitely all about management. The best thing that we have to offer is the Beef Quality Assurance Program that producers can use to go and look at different methods to raise their cattle and ensure that cattle are raised humanely and safely.
So really most producers are concerned about producing a healthy, safe product for the consumer that was raised humanely.
That's right. I'm sure most consumers would be pleasantly surprised with the amount of management we put in place to ensure a healthy and safe product for them to eat.
What are we making again?
I found this recipe on Texas Beef Council's website, beeflovingtexans.com. And I'm not one for trying new things, but this looked too good not to try.
Okay, now you have me interested. What are we making?
Okay. It's beef quinoa stuffed squash.
Wow, that does sound different. Okay, how do we make this?
So we start out with ingredients jam-packed with nutrients. We have ground beef, acorn squash, pecans, quinoa, bell peppers, and shredded pepper jack cheese.
So are there any other ingredients we need?
We need spray oil for the pan, red onions, cumin, garlic powder, and salt to add in some flavor. The recipe also says you can add jalapeno in for more of a kick.
So what are you doing now?
Well, I have heated the oven to 400 degrees Fahrenheit and already have the quinoa cooked in the squash cut. I scooped out the seeds, sprayed the squash with oil, and seasoned them with salt. Now we put them in the oven for 30 to 40 minutes or until they are tender.
We have cheese in this recipe too, right?
Yes, ma'am.
That's great, because meat and dairy products provide an energy-dense source of nutrition in a healthy diet.
Well, that's good, because after all this cooking, I'm going to need an energy boost.
So I toasted the pecans and chopped them up for you. What now?
Thank you. Now we are browning the ground beef and seasoning it with salt. If you could put the onion in the pot and cook until it softens, I will take care of the quinoa, which is an excellent source of protein, fiber, and iron.
It's funny that you mentioned that. Have you ever thought about how many supplements you would have to take to equal a serving of beef?
I always wondered how the people who are vegetarians supplement for those nutrients.
Here's a visual representation of how many supplements would be needed to equal the amount provided by a single serving of beef.
Wow, that's a lot. Luckily, we have beef in this recipe. So I have added the quinoa, pecans, cumin, garlic powder, onions, and salt to the beef. We just take all that and stir it.
I will grab the squash from the oven.
Now we spoon this into the squash to make mounds. Sprinkle a little cheese on top. Okay, maybe a lot of cheese.
So now we put it back into the oven to melt the cheese.
This recipe has beef as the main ingredient. Is there any health risk of eating too much beef?
Oh, definitely. That risk is present with any type of food.
So maybe it's not just about a single thing in your diet that makes or breaks our health.
That is definitely true. We should focus on living a healthy lifestyle rather than singling out a certain food group or item.
Okay, moment of truth.
Go to Texas Beef Council's website, beeflovingtexans.com, for this recipe and more. All right, so we'll see you next time
On Allie and Corey's True Beef Talk.